There's so much cat hair on this hat. Oh my. Hi everyone, my name is Shawn in case you don't know, and today I'm going to be talking about the first time I went on a roller coaster. I have told a lot of people this story, but I've never made one YouTube video talking about this story, so I thought that it would be fun to talk about this today for a YouTube video. So to give you a little background about me before I go to this first roller coaster, I have this theme park near my house that's like, well, it's not really a theme park. I feel like when you think of theme parks, you think of like Six Flags, Disney World, Universal, and that type of stuff. It wasn't anything like that. There's like little kiddie rides and one ride that's like upside down. So before I go to this big theme park that I was going to for the first time, I would go to this little amusement park thing near my house, and I would be terrified of every single ride. Take me on Tilt-A-Whirl, I scream and cry, and we had to stop the ride. So I definitely can't handle scary rides. And Tilt-A-Whirl is not even scary. I've been on it non-stop since because Tilt-A-Whirl is so much fun, but I like couldn't handle it when I was younger. So fast forward to when I go to Universal Studios Orlando for the first time. Well, more specifically, Islands of Adventure, because when I went to Universal Studios for the first time, Diagon Alley didn't exist. And I've been a huge Harry Potter fan most of my life. Heck, look at my jacket. It's a Harry Potter one. Got it for my birthday. But I was gonna spend most of my time in Islands of Adventure because when the Harry Potter stuff first opened, there was just Hogwarts and Hogsmeade, and that was in Islands of Adventure. So I get there and I'm with a friend's family because I didn't go with my family. I think my friend's family had like mileage tickets for a plane, so I think they got a free plane ride, and then I had been saving for Universal Studios because I'd wanted to go as soon as they announced the Harry Potter park. So I like paid for my ticket into the park. And I paid for like a little bit of merchandise, I think, but they paid for everything else because they had mileage tickets. So anyways, we get to the park and I'm like, oh, this is so much fun. And I was being annoying, okay? I have a whole CD of this, so I was being annoying. So every time they'd go for a picture, I'd be like, and do all these faces. And like in Jurassic Park, I would look at like a dinosaur fossil thing for like poses, and I'd be like, and I would do all these annoying faces, okay? So I was like living my best life, and I'm like, this is great, this is great. And then I saw Hogwarts, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna get to walk through Hogwarts. And so little me is like, great. And let me give you a little background too. So I'm wearing this like, I don't know if it's velvet, but it felt like velvet and it was really soft. This like purple tracksuit basically. And I was wearing my glasses, and they were like these stupid little glasses that I wore that I used to be obsessed with like little metal frames and tiny things that I could barely look through. But at the time I was like, I love these glasses. And it was like when I was 10 or 11. And I was wearing my Morels. I think they were Morels. The thing is, I never bought Morels because they were always expensive, but I think I got a hand-me-down from my cousins, and that's how I got these Morels. So anyways, we're like, let's go walk through Hogwarts, and we're all together, and my friend's family is like, Hogwarts! And so we're like, yay, we're walking through Hogwarts, and we're like, wow, talking portraits, and we're like, wow, the Gryffindor common room, and we're like, wow, Harry, Ron, and Hermione are talking, and then it's snowing, and we're like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing, and we're like, this is the best thing ever, this is so amazing, they put so much detail into this. And then we get to this part in the castle after we've been walking around for like 30 minutes, and I'm like, what is that? Because I'm starting to notice that some people are sitting down in this contraption and getting strapped down, and I went, what is this? And I was like, what's going on? And I knew nothing about Islands of Adventure because I didn't do research before I went, okay? I just found out that there was Harry Potter stuff and I went. So I'm like, what is going on? And then there's like lines of people, and I'm like, why are we all waiting right here? And then finally it's our turn to go into this chair contraption thing, and I'm like, what's going on? So I sit down. My friend and my friend's family sat down, and I was like, this is strange. And then they pull that thing down, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And next thing we know, Hermione does the talking, and we fling backwards, you know, like it flies up, you're on your back a little bit. I'm like, ma'am, what's going on here? And all of a sudden, we are on an intense roller coaster that's like flinging you around, because this is Forbidden Journey, okay? It's like flinging you around a little bit. At the Whomping Willow part, you go on your back, and I was terrified of spiders, so I'm like, Aragog and Acromantulas, what the heck? And I'm just like screaming my head off. So I'm in the middle of this ride, and I'm like, I didn't know this was a roller coaster, what's happening? And I was like, I can't get off, I can't scream for help, there's no one around me. So I'm like, I just have to deal with this, I just have to deal with this. Meanwhile, I'm sliding around in my seat because I'm wearing this really soft, like velvety tracksuit. My Merrells are sliding off my feet because Merrells don't like tie, they're like slip-ons, so they're sliding off my feet, and I was like, oh my gosh. And my glasses are sliding off my nose. I'm just there like, ah, and I was screaming my head off. And then we got done and I was like, what the heck just happened? So we got the picture, and I will include the screenshot of me in the picture, not the whole group because that friend ended up bullying me, long story. But basically, that's what I looked like. It was really crazy and insane. I'd never been on a roller coaster before I went on the Forbidden Journey, and I was shook. Like, I was like, did I like that? Did I hate that? I don't know. I was scared out of my mind, and I was like, but I guess it was fun because I got to walk through Hogwarts beforehand. And yeah, that is basically the story of the first time I went on a roller coaster, and I did not know it was a roller coaster. After that, I did go on Forbidden Journey again on that trip, and obviously I've been going on Forbidden Journey a lot. I can now handle it 8 times in one day without getting too extremely sick, so of course I like roller coasters now, but at the time, little me, who had never been on a roller coaster, going on Forbidden Journey for the first time was, I don't know how to classify it. Like, I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing because it got me to like other roller coasters, but I was also the most scared I'd ever been in my life on that. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. If you would like to see other Universal Studios pics, you can scroll back on my Instagram a little bit to see some, because I've gone to Universal Studios twice in Hollywood and twice in Orlando, and I love it so much. So yeah, I hope all of you have a great weekend, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye!